Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a clock. Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
Hi, Darby. welcome.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you.
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see.
The best end is the one you decide yourself.
Guess left can be right sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. one hand after the other. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Ouch! You might want to fall back. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. bite looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Shot through. Pow! Every little bit helps. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. Of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the
Biomutant
new one
ஒரு
before
game
backup arrives.
புதுசாக ரிலீஸ் ஆச்சு. அதான் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு ஆடி பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன்.
Hold on to that.
Befabihida, hun tokob kirk, hotuvon ko kumvun kono.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds...
Udenu ko nun yofobo, no ekek, hujbar no barke.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
E baso dombubo bugoye.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall.
Vunko vuntu.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is...
Farfarifto, tuka kubo. Yalawa watnawa.
The child could have been anyone, but
Auketo, tul abtu, yamanao.
how Lupa Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village.
Koibe, okorafabe, adu, awa, ya, ya.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin...
Ayamu waya, ba, no yualu.
He says it has taken...
Atu, wamawa,
It was after the attack that the unity...
papa mofubak, ba, no yualu.
After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between...
Ya yato, koye, bun, tuvun bunun.
Had it not been for... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing... He understands why you came all the... The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder. Magic? He claims it's just... The Nono... You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intent... You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the prime... You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse, the toxinol. His friend Gizmo is working on a mechton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree... His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mechton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Goo Glide are all... Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the Tribe War and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your... Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spot.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important.
Mauketo tolu ayat ba no yualu.
Out of Date knows you'll make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there's 2 nearby.
Yunuluaf Tula Fabobe Mok Kofar.
The Jagni tribe is likely to be your primary choice as they seek to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared.
Farfarifto Tuka Kubu.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power. He believes the tribe Sifus, Jagni especially, will listen to you and expect... He believes you share Jagni's view on the world. He'll be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life. Regardless, you'll meet again once. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. The deep cut. Right in the face. They've restroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. They've already got word of an intruder.
Zata is de muito tloho. Kariesne statse. Paro, ya put.
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great... The wall that separates them from the other side. He understands. There's something about your spirit that sparks. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't... The shuriken says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that, so embrace... He'll give you a chance to change your mind before you leave and asks you to reconsider. Otherwise, you'll be seen as a rival. Then so be it. And with that, he urges you to seek... He disagrees, and the day you meet again, you'll... It's... That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. The Sifu is mindful of his time. The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and but he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante road, the wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from. He gets it. He's convinced you. There's something about your spirit that sparks memory. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another. There were 6 of them. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in there. The Myriad were placed here to fulfill a certain purpose. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to They might bring them war, but they'll never take away their inner peace. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite them. They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you. The will. Anyway, the memories you make with your family. Even though it's now a different place from a different... Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled. Right between the eyes. Down to half your health.
நீங்களும் லைவ் போடுறீங்களா? ஓகே ப்ரோ, அதை நான் முடிச்சுட்டு வந்து பார்க்குறேன் ப்ரோ.
Faster, better. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Goop says he always does better whenever he leaves failure behind. He's happy his good mood is infectious. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Goop says some choose to be lonely because he thinks you should really know how to swim by.
hkgaming, welcome
He
bro.
says
Hi.
that wasn't
Welcome to
too
the stream.
bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder of the need to learn how to swim. But you need practice, lots of practice.
அது கம்மியா இருக்கு bro.
Great things
சும்மா
usually
starting
happen
தான் நான்
to
ஹைட்
those
பண்ணி
who
வச்சேன்
never stop
நான் ஐடியா
trying.
பண்ணல.
He hopes you'll be one of them. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. He won't. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Okay bro, okay bro.
The dedication to
முடிச்சிட்டேன் நான்
training
hype
is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect.
ஓகே ப்ரோ தேங்க்ஸ். இந்த இது முடிச்சிட்டு நான் பண்ணேன்.
You have to keep working on it if you want to be good at it. She'll see you at the village square. She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. Being nice comes easy for him. That doesn't. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some.
ஓகே ப்ரோ தேங்க்ஸ் ப்ரோ.
He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to up. He says only a few are willing to do the little things, but if you make enough of them, they can have a big impact too.
Karthikeyan, thanks for the subscription bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thanks for your support. Thanks. என்னாச்சுன்னு தெரியல, அதுக்கப்புறம் வெளியே வர மாட்டேங்குது.
How can... Welcome to Biomutant. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who... He asks how you are today. Goop. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake. He thinks you should really know how to... Why not? He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? But you need practice. Lots of practice. He's sure you just need more time in the surf. Judging by your Muma's look, you promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. You know you can't make... You should know. Here's another familiar face with lots on his... Asks how you're feeling today. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap. You should look for things... He wonders what usefulness you found. Sometimes he's an expert, but sometimes he just does what's right. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to... That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap... You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He says you... He understands, but hopes you won't be needed. He thinks mastering the 6-weapon style... He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants... She said... She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going.
Masai onara.
That makes him wonder why you were here looking for it.
Silele.
There's no way they'll let you pass.
Lenefu.
He wants to know who you think you are.
Lenefu.
You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks you're The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. She said it before. Wang Fu will keep your body in good health, and that's how you... Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He heard you. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He suggests... He's curious to see what you found. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left forgotten at the bottom of a pile of recyclables. He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to... Thinks some are and some aren't. One thing's for sure, though, your Muma thinks it all takes... He says it's about time you learned how, and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found. The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp. He knows she's already proud of you and everything you've achieved. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He agrees that you need to keep some things to yourself, but he's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Asana yotutupu.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Pendrine senema.
Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be.
Tukonda. Taifaname numa.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Taifaname numa. Kanamunt.
But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Urasa durut.
That's a good attitude as long as you keep learning.
Inadabsunka.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Ariaroche nui mumera.
That's all she's ever asked of you.
Anora kapapom. Inadabsunka.
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Tropalo. Aplitonumuta.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Yo no massa mambrut.
Reminds you that the best way to get someone to do things is for you to thank them. Catchy.
Ritsentende.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Amun.
She's happy you were...
Domale tuk. Varseno. Asana yotutupu.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to...
Verena masalapu.
You should think of it as watching over you when she can't.
Kanyala no toro.
Your Muma says
Kanamunt.
a good rest makes you ready for tomorrow. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Yo no massa mambrut.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Mustiki muhka.
Lupa Lupin is a problem older than you.
Minalagi mamura. Asil matu.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead.
Ala.
She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you.
Kalino. Monibasa.
She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights. This is her fight. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity, when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Injured. Whoosh.
Tesuto, manapupei e pankenetich.
You gave them no choice but to take it down, even though they'd planned to take the fluff.
Manugenyaku, zibrik namtia.
They've received news a Ronin had strengthened
Rak tuibe.
a group of myriad crusaders.
Dula sumala me, dula su.
You should hurry there and help them best the outpost.
Vekuya yak yapakyu.
Not really. It's west of Bricktown. You can spot Gizmo's chug yard from the hill it resides on. Look, an emergency box for... Wow, bet that knuck makes a tight fist. If you're tired, maybe find a place to rest. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Right in the face! The ropes. Halfway there. That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just... Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't... There must be a History is nothing but a series of stories. Up for grabs. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. What a relief! That's a Jagni tribe outpost. tough like steel. Don't just wander around. Mercadorpa's outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Let's see. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you may. If you can, you should try to convince the captain to give up the outpost and join your... They're ready to enter the outpost when you are. Every step you... Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. That hit the spot, wrecked it. Twirly wheel works that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Everything's clocking together. Try a key. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Says the tribe's been hard on them. Wants revenge on those who caged them, but trust you'll take care of it. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. It's complicated. Give it another try. Boom, you're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Apollo Matati.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying.
Sibi?
Figures the honor belongs to the tribe. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're...
Momombuso? Wata.
He had a feeling you'd get along with the Myriad tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds.
Kabobe fari. Ewe boboye.
That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's forebodings are justified. The jumbo puff needs to be taken care of.
Kabobe fari. Kuzata.
Gizmo is working on making his mechton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all the way out to the World Eater.
Maoketo. Tolu. Ayadre.
There are some gorgeous colors returning to the...